We're now live on Facebook, so take it away anytime you like.
So,
yeah, you might want to scroll down to full screen.
why am I not sharing?
Oh, it's sharing. I can see your screen already. Just need to.
Oh, you can see my screen? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it just needs to, full screen. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. All right. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anna Kwek, and I'm the Deputy Director International for the Griffith Business School. I'm Singaporean, working in Australia for the last 23 years. So today I've been asked to talk about tourism. So not sure whether you guys are aware, but Griffith has a very strong tourism degree program, and that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So I think I've been asked, this question many times by parents and students. So is this the end of tourism? And should we still be studying tourism? I mean, right at the moment, everyone's suffering from the pandemic. No one can travel. So a lot of people are thinking maybe this is not a good degree to study. Well, let me tell you today that it is definitely not the end of tourism. And it is actually more like a beginning of a new era for tourism. And there is no better time to learn, work, and participate in tourism and tourism activities now. Right, so most of us can't wait to hit the road, hop onto a plane and go for a holiday just like we used to. And while we cannot travel overseas, there are still lots of tourism opportunities. And in this presentation, I want to actually show you two examples that clearly shows that tourism is alive and well. And before I actually do that, I know that, you know, a lot of Singaporeans cannot travel at the moment, but here in Australia, most of our borders within Australia is actually open. So I did my first trip to Sydney from the Gold Coast just last weekend. So it's a wonderful feeling. So again, we're facing this challenge of a century, and I think everyone's still feeling a bit locked up. And unfortunately, industry experts are still anticipating a continuing downtrend. The recovery of the tourism industry is going to be a bit slower, but it's definitely going to be a sure journey. It won't be like flipping a switch and giving everyone the go signal to pack their bags and then go on a holiday, but we can definitely count on tourism to recover. So I'm going to chat to you about two particular destinations, Singapore and the Gold Coast. And I'm going to look at both the cities because they're quite similar in land size. Both are very cosmopolitan. Both are very popular tourist destination. Both rely a lot on tourism, and more importantly, both cities have quite similar recovery strategies. I think all of you are aware of, particularly in Singapore, we've got the Singapore Day. whereby the government has invested about $45 million to market this campaign. So residents of Singapore are being encouraged to take a local holiday to support their local business through this really difficult time. So the campaign offers unique value for money experiences, packages, promotions, and partnering with local communities such as foodies, photographers, nature's group, heritage groups to help local actually discover some of the hidden gems in Singapore. Another marketing campaign would be looking at Singapore Airlines promotion. So thinking outside the box, coming up with new business models, hoping to make up for lost revenue. So I think a lot of us are aware of what Singapore Airlines is doing, creating dining experiences in stationary aircraft, of course, and that is also a trend that is very popular with other airlines too. Airlines like Qantas are actually selling their business class pajamas, and within 2 hours they've sold like 10,000 pajamas, and other airlines are also selling flights to nowhere. So Singapore has a significant domestic market that is actually searching for new experiences. So if tourism operators can capture a slice of this market, a market that we know Singaporeans can spend money, it would be a significant boost to our local tourism industry. And more importantly, this will actually help and create jobs. In Australia, particularly in Gold Coast, and this is where I stay, Destination Gold Coast posts or current COVID-19 marketing plan aims to entice visitors to come back and play, to ensure that the Gold Coast $6 billion tourism sector can get back on its feet as quickly as possible. So they are actually focusing also on their domestic market, but currently, at the moment, initially, when they first started with this campaign, they focused more on intrastate, which means looking at Queensland as a whole. So just focusing on Queensland, travel within Queensland. And then now as all the states are opening up to each other, we're looking at interstate visitors, focusing on very, very family-centric sort of holidays, with the intention to create memorable visitors experience. So this campaign will hopefully leverage appetite for drive holidays and primarily target high spending travelers. So the aim is to create a very good, memorable experience for both interstate visitors, so that they can explore all the attractions and experiences and engage in activities that they have missed out during the lockdown. So why do I say that tourism is still very much alive? So there's no better time actually to participate in tourism at the moment, because it forces us in this pandemic to capitalize on opportunities, to focus on how we can improve our tourism products. And especially if we look at the two examples that I've shown, there's a focus on authentic and quality experiences. So it also teaches businesses to be prepared, to be agile, to be creative. And there is no better place to study tourism and hospitality than Griffith Uni. And I'll show you why. So before I do that, I'll just give you an overview of the Griffith Business School, which is part of the 4 faculties of Griffith Uni. So Griffith Business School is very young. We were established in 2004, and we have 6 specific business departments. So we're ranked number 1 in Australia and number 3 in the world for hospitality and tourism management. We're also ranked number 3 in Australia for political science, and also number 1 in the world for our MBA. So these are just some of our ranking that shows our emerging impact, not only because we are young, a young university, but even younger business school. We've got we are recognized by a lot of global accreditation bodies. Our programs are all AACSB accredited. So if you're going to study a commerce program with us, our programs are accredited with CPA, with RE, with CFA, and also if you do a master's with us, you will fast track with an affiliate membership to the Institute of Managers and Leaders. So this is a really quick snapshot of our programs that we offer. So we have undergrad degrees all the way to master's and PhD. So currently we are introducing our new Bachelor of Business, and if I have time, we'll quickly go through that. But we'll also focus on the Bachelor of International Tourism and Hotel Management. So we are number 1 in Australia and number 3 in the world. We offer our International Tourism and Hotel Management both in the Bachelor degree as well as also in the Master's degree. So students can choose, either a tourism management major or a hospitality management major, or they can actually choose both. So if some students are interested in getting a second major and they don't want to do both tourism and hospitality, they can choose one of them, and they can also choose another major from the list that I've listed here too. And one of the reasons why we are actually ranked number 1 in Australia, I think mainly because our program focuses a lot on experiential learning. So our students get a lot of opportunities for work integrated learning experiences, internships, and we have a lot of experiential courses where we actually take students on learning trips. And I'm going to show you a video of one of those particular trips that we have, particularly in the Bachelor of International Tourism and Hotel Management.
I've always wanted to go to Italy, I guess, and I saw the opportunity and it was a learning experience.
It was a trip to go to Italy, as well as get an understanding of tourism. That's me, that is actually me. At the mask place, they actually showed us how they actually get the molds for the masks.
That was a really good experience. So the students were creating their own masks, and I still have mine at home, exactly like that, beautiful.
So we got on the gondolas.
So can you imagine, we were sitting in a gondola with these very good looking Venetians taking us up and down the canals.
Just a different experience seeing Venice from the water.
Well, that's Tuscany, and you can't go to the northern part of Italy without making a big deal about one of the most sort of recognisable wine regions in the world. It's very picturesque. This is an absolutely excellent opportunity to get students engaged with the context within which they want to work.
I think within the framework of learning through living, really wanting to give our students a bit of an edge, give our students something that they could really draw on as they moved out of Griffith into industry.
So also in our courses, students will be taught industry-oriented courses, and some of these, in some of the program, some of the courses, students are taught operating systems such as Opera or HOTS. So these are all industry application used by the industry, so that when students actually complete their studies with us, they are employable immediately because they have those skills that are required for the job. So these are some of our our partners for placements. So students can also take up internship courses. They can take a 10 credit CP work placement, which requires them to do 100 hours of work placement, or a 20 CP work placement, which is, which they have to put in at least 200 hours of working with one of our partners here. Oh, sorry. All right, so we also offer the Master of International Tourism and Hospitality Management. We started this in Taiwan 2018 in the South Bank campuses. This is a 2-year course, 4 trimester, 160 CP. So if students are coming in with a recognized bachelor degree, we will take 40 CP off them. So they only need to do 1.5 years or 3 trimesters. There's also a dissertation pathway available. It would be best if students decide beforehand that they are interested in doing a dissertation pathway, and so that we can sort of organize their degree, the courses that they're going to take, so that they don't actually waste any time in pursuing their career. For our program, students can also take a double master's. So we have the Master of Marketing together with the Master of International Tourism and Hospitality Management. It is a 2-year course, 4 trimesters. This year, we're offering students our new Bachelor of Business, which is a deviation from the traditional business education. So in this new Bachelor of Business, we tend to incorporate a more comprehensive and all-rounded sort of business education, so that students are not just studying business subjects, but are also open to other areas of studies like the art, law, science, education, humanities. So what we hope to achieve is that we hope to produce students who are more flexible, who has a lot of resilience, and who is able to, who understand the new economy. So these are some of the courses, new courses in our foundation courses for our new Bachelor of Business. And as you can see, those courses are quite diversified, and they really give students a very holistic understanding of the new economy. Included in that, in the first year, students do 60 core courses, and then another 20 CP from health, science, art, education, or law. We have 3 intakes, so March, July, and November. Students can choose between 2 majors, or extended major, or they can go for a single major or no majors at all. We have over, I think, 22 different majors, and I think there's about 10 language majors that students can choose to undertake. With our new Bachelor of Business, we've also came up with the Bachelor of Advanced Business, where students decide that they want to do a dissertation in their 4th year. Students who does really well in the honors program will actually get direct entry into our PhD program. So this is what I did when I did my Bachelor of Business. So I did fairly well in my Bachelor of Business, and then I proceeded to do my honors, and which I achieved a first-class honors, and I got into the PhD program. So what I've done today is just provide a very brief breakdown of some of the programs that we offer here in Griffith. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. So that we can have some questions.
Right on time, Dr. Anna.
Oh, good.
The chat as well. Students, if you have any questions, please feel free to pop that in right now. You can use the Q&A function, or you can use the chat function. And of course, Dr. Anna's got her details on her last slide, so you can take that as well, or you can connect with IDP or hop over to our main virtual fair to get connected to a counselor. Someone will contact you in any case, and you can always ask them about the presentation that you heard today. Yeah, that was a really great presentation, Dr. Anna. I really loved the video with the study tours. And guys, I've, just based on my experience or years of being in IDP, it really, Griffith's had a really great reputation for tourism. I love that there's so many more study tours, so many more destinations, like that really helps you personalize your education to the
So that's not just the
destination,
only one
right?
that we have. We also have sustainable tourism, and where we take students to India to look at how we can make tourism more sustainable, looking at how other culture does the business. So that's a really good experience for students. Unfortunately, because I didn't have enough time, or I would have played that video too to show students. We've also got study trips to Vietnam, Hong Kong, China. So the Europe one is quite interesting in the sense that students get a first-hand experience of how tourism is being delivered over there.
Fantastic. And how long are these study tours for, these trips?
Usually about 2 weeks.
Oh, and they get credit for it, or is that on top of their?
No, you do get credit for them. Oh, we've also got a cruise industry tour too. But I guess all this, at the moment, all this
Traveling at the moment.
Traveling are being stopped. But it will resume once we, when all the borders are open and we are allowed to travel. I'm also involved in a course called Destination Australia. So where we take international students on a trip around Australia to show them how tourism businesses are run in, small towns, rural tourism, wine tourism and stuff like that. So fun to study tourism.
Yes. Do consider Griffith as the premier institution for hospitality, for tourism. They are also situated in a fantastic location in Brisbane. And yeah, I think the epicenter of Australia when it comes to tourism as well. So yeah, you could not actually get a better location in Australia to study hospitality and tourism. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Anna.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate your time today. I know it's a bit late now, but I hope you really enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Yes, yeah. It's 8 o'clock now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I am going to share my screen. Are you hopping back into the virtual fair?
Nah.
Yeah, you're not.
That's it. All right. So I'll say good night.
All right. All right.
And hopefully see you again
Keep in
soon.
touch with us.